Y'all, you folks trying to get on. Y'all.
Say chase your dreams.
Folks, we're trying to get on.
Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You always, that thing, man, you wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. I research, man, I research all the time. I research, man, I can't go fucking blind. I research, man, I research all the time. I research on a drop of a dime. And I ain't even sign, I research all the time. I research to out my freaking mind. Yeah, I research until I level up. I keep going deep. I gotta bubble up. I research all the time. I research, man, I never go blind. First I'm open and I ain't even sign. Hey y'all people crying, I don't know why y'all whine. This is justice coming due to you. You did it to others, it's gonna happen to you. Oh sad you blue, oh damn got no clue. I ain't worried, how about you? I'm fine what you do. Research, I research all the time. I research so I never go blind. Yeah, I research, man, I research all the time. I research, man, I never go blind. And I ain't even sign. I be having glasses, worn eyeglasses, looking real fast. Peeping everywhere, I see the games cast. With cheese and their lies, the hoes forever last. Man, they got no class. They told it all stupid. Got they haters with the love L like Cupid. Got they had this digit and spun over ever. We woke up, they trying to get this shit together. I research all the time. I research, man, I never go blind. I research all the time. I research, and I never go blind. I sigh, nah, I ain't laughing. Brother, don't be capping, make you take a nap. When I speak the whole truth, hardcore facts, you get all dizzy. The homeboys can't relax. The game is just so packed. Man down, player 2 M's in my hand. Samurai dangerous. Keen on the throne, leader of many men. Coming for you, and I'm coming out of you don't know. I do it like sniper. I ain't gotta shoot. I come through in the night. I come through in the day, and you still won't see me. I shine like the sun. You know you won't be me. I research all the time. I research, man, tune up my mind. See, I research, man, until I level up. The game be hard, so I gotta bubble up. I research.
We'll play that one out after a good minute. Anyways, so yeah, right, we're gonna get straight to it. Last time we had discussed a lot of stuff, and today we're talking about your pineal gland, the sun, the awakening, and more. So without further ado, we're gonna get to the video. All right, we're gonna start right now. I'm gonna get my face off the screen for a little while and keep popping it out like I usually do when I feel I need to, or when I feel it benefits you.
Through your pineals, through your melanin, your energy fields will attract more and more cosmic light. Let's put this another way. Our sun was nothing more than a step-down transformer. Some people call it, if you're into physics, a transducer. It is now a capacitor. It is a step-up transformer. Whereas at one time it filtered out great light and energy that came from deep space to our planet so that we could live under a sun. And you remember the saying, there's nothing new under a sun. There isn't. In 59, it completely reversed its polarity, and now it is sending forth energy, augmented by the kind of what they call cosmic and gamma rays that are coming into it. This year, by this summer, you will begin to hear more and more about sunspot activity, solar prominences, perturbations, and how our sun is a deadly enemy about to annihilate us all because it is going to burn us up with X-rays and gamma rays. Not all of us. Not all of us. Some of us. And who are the us's? Whoever are the chosen. How are you chosen? You choose yourself by following the disciplines you know you should have been doing, not tomorrow, but yesterday. By doing the readings and the research and taking the time to spend in meditation, the things you thought you should have done 5 years ago, you start them immediately tomorrow. By not being threatened or coerced, you do because of the goading mechanism within your own spiritual consciousness. That's what you know you should be doing, as though a policeman was there or mother was looking, and you do better than both of those authoritarian figures because you are rising. Once you channel in that light, for every one of you, you're worth 1,000 of non-channelers because they're the dead. They will not awaken. You cannot wait for them. If you do not do that in mass, you will be subject to the technical prowess of a people who are soulless that now have control of this planet. And if you're ready to go up against them, I bless you. If you're ready to go up against them alone, I feel sorry for you. For you will learn a lesson that will stay with you forever. You cannot match them in their technology. Forget it. What you knew subconsciously, and what you know even as you hear the tone and tenor of my voice is true, is that some way or another you could raise a spiritual quality that could match that in some kind of way. You just didn't know how to go about doing it. And you know that you had lost something and you wanted it returned. You have that privilege now. AIDS and every other man-made deceptive agent to stop you from progressing physically and cause your journey of life to end quickly will only be thwarted when you can raise your vibrational rates enough where none of those things can exist within that contact field. And then those that met it and made it will meet out its suffering and suffer the same thing that they started. The planet cannot help you till you vibrate high enough to take the light. It's just that simple. Other than that, you will be destroyed just like those that are trying to destroy your planet once again. How many don't understand what I just said? Raise your hands. Be honest. Oh, good. Most of you do. Let's try it from another angle. And I think I'm going to ask this question. How many do understand what I just said, but haven't made sure yet that they want to believe it, and so they're kind of marking time? But I think I might see some more pure hands. You know what I said, but let's try it again. Let's play with this a while. Let's break it down. It's the light. It's the concept of light. Now, you may speak for many. I'm going to try and break it down. I would be not worth my purpose if I gave a lecture and nobody understood it. If you don't believe me, that's okay. But I want you to understand me. We live in a solar system that has a sun. That sun propagates everything on our planet. Most things on our planet that are in sequence with the Creator produce either photosynthesis or in some other way take light and convert it into usable energy. Not harmful X-rays, not anode cathode ray bombardment. You use light. To do so, you darken just like plants darken because you have melanin. That was a gift from the gods to the God being. A way of letting you use higher universal energy without it destroying your physical body and releasing you what you really are anyway, pure spirit, because you're not physical. So you still may doubt that. You're not physical. That's why you go to sleep each night. To renew that can't be renewed with food or drink. You get out of the body, it charges up, you come back in the body, and you go through another work day. Get down and ask yourself where you're going to go when you go to sleep tonight. And hurry up and get back from there too. Because other people will be mourning you if you don't watch out. You must come out of that body, which makes you lose consciousness, and that's when the body is renewed. Then you break your fast in the mornings and proceed on another day. You eat breakfast, right? Ask yourself tonight, if you're not fearful, trepidous, or so, that when you go to sleep, you want to wake up and find out where you are. Just make that little agreement with yourself tonight, but use caution. You might do it. That's a testament of how fearless you are. Say, I'm going to wake up tonight, not in some dream stupor and some collage in black and white or color, but I'm going to wake up when I go to sleep tonight and find out who I really am. And that makes sense? I'm being confused by that one, too. One person. Yeah, okay. We'll see.
See, we've been here before many times. It's something that plays out over and over again. It's up to you to get out of it. The game, it is a game in a sense, but it's not a fun one. It is for you to ascend. And this is why I've been telling you that you got to do all those things. Meditation, everything he spoke about, he's talking about. You got to eat right. You got to get rid of meat. I'm not saying it's not hard for some people, but I'm just saying it's something that you got to do. We already know who the other people he was talking about is. Ain't no point in discussing that. If folks don't understand it by now, that it can be said, right? Now, the thing is, see, you heard what he said. If you don't do it, you'll be going on the same timeline, right, as them, which is straight destruction all over again. It keeps playing itself out. If you want to take one by yourself, good luck to you. Because what you need to do is raise vibration to the point that none of the weapons can hurt or can even form against you. Raise the vibration to the point that you're more powerful than everything they ever seen. See, their daddies seen it before. Oh yeah, they seen that before. That's why they scared. All the Anunnaki demons and so forth have seen it before. That's why they scared. All their partners have seen it before. That's why they're scared. But see, their children have not seen it before. But the whole universe and all the universes is waiting. And they're going to see, because they're going to find out what's going to happen. But before that even happens, because we fight here and also on the spiritual level, we need to be doing exactly what this man is saying. And there's some questions he asked. And he's right about some of the questions he asked.
The light from this sun maintains all life forms that are of the Creator. That's why the sun is placed in a solar system under the control.
The Creator, he's talking about the ether, our home, where we go to. We all have to go back to it. That's what he's talking about, the ether, right? But it's up to you what time when you wake up. You know, you can keep going through this loop for forever if you want to. And if you don't want to, if you don't get it right, to be honest, over and over and over until you finally figure it out all over and all over again. How many times you got this close? And how many times you had to go back all over again just to figure out all over again and get this close? So the choice is yours. It is what it is, man. The Matrix is something else. And we supposed to be reinventing everything ourselves, fixing everything done ourselves, with our mind, with our abilities, with practicing our abilities, while getting in shape physically, mentally, also meditation, dieting right, the whole 9 yards. He's talking about the collective. But how can you go to collective if you ain't right?
Until the people can emerge and start their own light. Okay?
So let me tell you something about the Bible. The Bible, before it got remixed and all other stuff, because it is heavily, ridiculously remixed. It is what it is, y'all. I looked and changed so many times, it's not even funny. Oh man, this is crazy. But you look it up, you'll be like, what the hell? Before it was all that happened to that book was the book, right? And what it was advice before leaving Earth. It was giving you instructions, and it wasn't even that damn big. It was small. So of course they took it and remixed it and made it all big and put a whole bunch of their shit in it too. But that's another story, and just a little bit of your stuff. I ain't trying to rag on the book, I'm just being honest.
Our sun now is putting out more energy than it has in a very long time. Enough to activate all your DNA patterns in your cells and cause them to try and become entwined and in unison. It's enough energy to do that. Now, they will call it all kinds of names. I'll run through some of the names if necessary. That's the key thing. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to agitate all those strands and have them to connect again into one melatonin molecule, which can then activate the other cells or the other DNA strands within it and cause you to function on a higher vibrational rate. If the sun was not there to do that, you could not do it on your own, because before, most of us have failed when you try to do it. The energy was not there. Now the energy is coming back. What you're going to hear, as I say, is about the sun now being too active and how harmful and how radioactive, and people are going to have to stay away from the beaches. You won't have to. And the more you walk in light, it will give you more and more energy. In fact, there'll be times when you won't be able to sleep for 2 and 3 days at a time, because the escape of the body and sleep will not be necessary. You will be awake. Gland is your pineal gland. Some people call it pineal. I understand it's pine cone shaped, called pineal gland. The pineal gland is the gland that produces melanin. And wherever you have melanin in your body, you're going to function differently than a person with little or none. And the grade of your melanin will help you to do things that other people can't. And when you're beginning to function with your melanin, then you can begin to adapt to magnetic fields. Here it broken down. I'm giving it to you a different way now. Magnetic fields, electrical fields, and orgone fields. Without that, you cannot adapt to all three. You may adapt to one, the lowest of all, electrical fields. Our problem here nowadays is elves. And I'm not talking about the one in the hollow earth. I'm not talking about the one in the fairy tales, because elves, not elves, are killing you. Elves is extra low frequency, which is electrical propagations, electrical energy. That is what short circuits you. That's what's causing you to age. That's what's causing your cells to age. That is our biggest problem here. And they're building up more and more towers everywhere. And the more towers go up, the more it's going to short circuit anybody with the active pineal gland. And it's only going to be melanated people that can get through this.
So these will be your low frequency towers. You got 3 to 30 megahertz, which is
The 5G is the one they're trying to do now, and the 6G. That's what he's actually talking about. If you don't know what a guy is, look that guy up. He's actually pretty damn smart. You don't see, you don't hear about them. They blackball a lot of people, but that's another story. So he's talking about those 5G towers.
extremely low. What Dr. Deville was talking about, what you call radio towers, all right, what they use for radio stations are low frequency towers, all right, or extra low frequency towers. You just see AM, FM, you know, you're talking about extremely low frequencies, all right. This is microwave tower, but these are low frequency towers. 107.5, 105.9. All right, low frequency towers. You see them everywhere, and this is what harms us. We had we're going to get into the orgone towers. We had orgone towers. The towers we had in the old days. We're gonna get into that real quick. All right. These are what they call cell phone towers, or cellular phone towers, or cellular towers, where they literally affect the cells of your body. And these are low frequency towers, extra low frequency towers, and they're everywhere. All right, it's like Dr. Double Blair said, you know, they're everywhere. These are the low frequency towers that affect the pineal gland, and they did this purposely to for control. All right, when they learned who we are as the original beings, when they learned that we literally operate on extremely high radioactive frequencies, this is something that, you know, they had to construct. So this here is what you call EL alpha, extra low frequency towers. All right. And as far as the original beings, I would say it's bad for our health, but it's not for me to say. But I do know it affects the brainwave patterns, and you see these everywhere. They're everywhere. All right. You know, you get 3 gigs, you know, that's not a lot of energy, you know, 5 gig, you know, 3 gig or whatever. So these see, it's explore more in a low frequency tower, and let's talk about the different frequencies that these low frequency towers give off. All right. The low frequency energy. All right. So the highest would be like the ultraviolet or the X-rays, what the sun gives off. Those are high frequencies. But when you start going into your cell phone towers and your computers or whatever else, they give off extremely low frequencies. So many of us are sitting in front of computers a lot, especially at work. Televisions give off low frequencies. But when you start getting into the sun and start getting into the moon energy, when you start getting into the atmosphere, you start about gamma waves, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, gamma rays. And this is why they fear X-rays so much, because X-rays actually break down their spiritual bodies, the spirit system of their bodies. And when X-rays build our spirit system up, it tears their spirit system down. All right. Same thing with gamma rays. All right. The ultraviolet, the UV rays, you know, and it affects their body's melatonin, you know, they call it melanoma. All right. So these radio towers, which you see right here, let me see if I can zoom it in a little bit. See, extremely low frequency, which is right here. Let's see if I can move it over a little bit there. It was extremely low frequency, and they're showing you the towers. All right. And let's see if we can go something else. Let me show you something else too. All right. Well, these are the low frequency. This is extremely low frequency. You go to your computers, this is low frequency. Your radios, we talked about the radio towers or whatever, gives out low frequencies, 107.5, 105.9, 98.7. When you go into the AM radio waves, AM 1500, 1400, these are low frequencies. All right. Low frequencies. You're talking about species of beings who can only operate on low frequencies. So they create these low frequency towers and all actually for their people, so that their people can operate. All right. And this one thing Dr. Delbert Blair was talking about. So when we start talking about the sun and ultraviolet rays and how the sun has increased, all right, because things have changed, you know, it really hurts their bodies. Then, you know, you start getting into the gamma rays. You see gamma rays up here, X-rays, ultraviolet. So, you know, this is something that we really need to take in consideration. Okay, these are example of your orgone towers. That's your orgone, you know, especially when you put it on a copper pipe, steel pipe, zinc pipe, however you want to put it on there, and you put it into the ground, you create orgone. All right. And they call them cloud busters or whatever, you know. But only reason why they call them cloud busters is because of the energy that they emit. But the whole cloud system was created created in a building. Okay, it was created in a building or either created by plane, and you know, but the whole orgone system, the orgone tower system, is designed to increase your frequency and vibrations within your body. Okay, that's the whole orgone. So this is an example of orgone towers or orgone energies. Okay. The obelisk were orgons. All right. So this would be orgon towers. And you go into these area, and this is a place where you go into raise your frequency, especially when you're around such horrible energy, you know, the extra low frequency towers. The ELF towers are also these power lines that's flowing everywhere. We talked about this before, how these power lines are literally ran off by aluminum. And aluminum is something that aluminum was within us as original beings. We do have aluminum within our bodies, but too much. And they got aluminum wires everywhere, which literally causes our systems to short circuit. All right, so we won't be on a higher level. All right, you know how your enemy studied you and working so hard against you. All right, so like for instance, you got this orgone tower right here with all these different crystals, and it's got amethyst, which is helping energy healing, chakra balancing. You got crystal, which is a high vibrational frequency. You got lapis lazuli, which encourage creativity and confidence. You got copper. You know what copper does for us, brothers and sisters. Turquoise give you calm and good luck, which that is balance you. Green jades, protective stone. You got yellow jasper, self-confidence. Red jasper, empowerment, enhanced stamina. You got carnelian, which is motivation, creativity, success. And then they get the outer conductive layer. So you look at something like this here, with all these crystals in here. This is a true orgone tower. The thing about it is we don't have them everywhere, and we got to place our orgone towers everywhere. All right, something for us to really think about. All right, so that's to raise our frequencies, our our vibrations, cause us to think on a higher level. Right now, so many brothers and sisters are creating orgones. Oh my goodness, you guys are really working it with this orgone. I'd rather create some more myself. I've got to create some more myself. But the orgone towers literally are against or the opposite of the extra low frequency tower, which is the radio towers. All right. And the thing about the orgone towers is they don't have to be that big, All right. But that's the orgone towers that we were talking about, the orgone pyramid, the orgone tower. All right. So now I want to show you guys the ancient towers that we had in the old days, which are equivalent to the orgone towers. All right, they're equivalent to the orgone towers, because I really want to build an orgone castle. I want to build a castle with orgone everywhere, and I think I'm going to invest in it. I'm going to start working on this, building an orgone castle. I don't know if I can get all the brick or whatever else, but hey, you know what? As original beings, we can do this. All right. We'll put our mind to, we get it done. Okay. So.
Orgone is energy that's also known as life force energy, chi, prana, and it's created by layering organic and inorganic materials together. Now, orgonite is a combination of crystals with orgone. This is locked in an amplified state of its own frequency, basically transform negative energy, transmute it out into something useful for the world. Wherever you have these pieces, it can be super transformative and beneficial. It's great for electromagnetic frequencies in your home. They work like crystals, except they're basically like crystals on steroids because you have the added energy of orgone. This is probably one of my favorite tools.
And you see this here. This is a high frequency tower. It's orgone, copper pipes connected to it. I think this copper was soldered on the small one in the middle. But this is a high frequency tower. Okay, perfect example. And it doesn't have to be all that large. The reason why the low frequency towers are so high is because they have to take it to a certain height so that it could go like flow across the atmosphere. But this is an orgone tower, which this is probably about 8 feet tall right here. All right. But it's extremely high frequency, high energy, high vibration. This is a high frequency tower, extremely high frequency tower, which we call a EHF, not ELF, but EHF or UHF, which is ultra high frequency, which is UHF, ultra high frequency. And this would be the UHF and not the ELF, the extremely low frequency. But it would be the UHF, ultra high frequency. All right.
I was born to get it, start to the finish. I'm pushing the clock, manifesting the millions. I break through the ceilings. My ancestors told me I don't got no limits. Gotta think bigger. My ancestors told me I don't got no limits. Gotta think bigger. Yeah. I was born to win it, start to the finish. I'm pushing the clock, manifesting the millions. I break through the ceilings. My ancestors told me I don't got no limits. Gotta think bigger. My ancestors told me I don't got no limits. Yeah. Hearing voices in my head and they saying go get them. High self-elevating and I go with them. Meditating just so I can see the bigger picture and I see the universe. Every day is getting bigger. Greetings from One Love Vibration. Sending abundance and love to you all. I'm sitting here. I wanted to share this amazing cosmic condenser, crystal pyramid, which aids in a variety of support in regards to your life force energy, your physical body, physical ailments, alleviating pain, alleviating stress. So I wanted to share some of the frequency with you all. Ashe. Absolutely amazing. Book your sound bath session, sound therapy session, your chakra alignment, chakra attunement sessions, clearing of blockages, Book your session with One Love Vibrations. Ashe. It's everywhere. It's part of the universe. And that's why orgone is everywhere. What we do is we concentrate the orgone that's everywhere. We concentrate it into an OG. And then it does its work. It sucks in the dirty electricity, the negative stuff. The resin attracts it. The metal repulses it. It's high frequency, unbalanced, chaotic energy. And when you put crystals inside this matrix, the crystals have this amazing transformative ability to take this chaotic, unbalanced energy and balance and smooth it out.
And now what comes out of an orgone generator is the kind of stuff that all living things want more of. Grass, pets, humans, everything that's alive wants more of this energy, because we have too much of one and not enough of the other. And as you come into balance, everything works better. And that's why you have people who have never said hi to you for years, suddenly one day after you introduce orgone generators into the area, obviously it's going to affect your neighbor, and usually in a positive way. And he'll end up saying hi to you when he's never said hi to you. And you're astonished, you know what's happened. Well, you know what's happened. It's the energy has affected him beneficially. Energy is everything.
So in everything, you know, like Dr. Delbert Blake was talking about, as far as the original people, you know, our pineal gland, us being solar beings, we have to understand that orgone right now is our biggest weapon that we can use, that will help heighten our spirituality. Now, what orgone does is it pulls in all the energy from the outside. All right. With this resonance, we got everything compacted all together. All right. It pulls in everything from the outside, and it processes that energy from the outside and pushes out some extremely powerful energy. One thing I do know is that orgone is highly radioactive in many ways. All right. Many people say orgone helps to protect against electromagnetic frequencies. No, orgone produces electromagnetic frequencies. We, as the original beings, the so-called Black people, our bodies literally operate on extremely high electromagnetic frequencies. All right. Our bodies operate on the highest of electromagnetic frequencies, which means our bodies are highly radioactive. Okay, so the orgone, what it does is it increases the level of radiation. It stimulates the pineal gland. Okay, and it also regulates our spiritual energy. All right, that's why we go in a place of orgone when you have a lot of you have orgones in a certain place, and everybody who's like really out of balance, when they come into the area of orgone, especially our people, they become more balanced. All right. So along with the sun, along with the sun literally operates on high frequencies. So does the orgone. All right. One thing that I did some study, and I realized that there is no article on the frequency of orgone. How much frequency does orgone produce? Because it's so freaking high. All right. Like we said, this is ultra high frequencies. This is the UHF, ultra high frequencies. All right. Highly radioactive. So something for us to think about: the sun, the orgone, our pineal gland, you know, raising our frequencies and vibrations. All right, y'all. Let's, you know, at one point we were creating orgone, and we were going ham. I'm going to start creating more orgone. Like I said, I want to create an orgone castle. All right, a castle with nothing but orgone for our people. All right, this is for our people. This is so that we can operate on a high level, on a high frequency, on a high vibration. Something for you all to think about. All right, that's like that orgone box that William Wright created. They're going to say that William Wright created orgone. Our ancestors have been created orgone a long time ago. You have to remember, these beings take everything from us, and they don't want to give us the credit for being the most creative, the most innovative, and they took this away from us. All right, so we got to go back to where we come from. All right, so let's get these orgone towers together, and these ultra high frequency towers together, so that we can raise the frequencies of vibration of everything around us, especially our people. All right, brothers and sisters, I'll catch you guys later. All right, much power to you all. Oh yeah, if you can, put some of those orgones in some of the areas where churches are. Yeah, you know, fuck that little Jesus frequency up, that low frequency. All right, catch you guys later. Much power to you all.
That's funny. right, y'all. So we get ready about to get that. There we are. As we're gonna end the show. I hope everybody learned something today. Now, I don't know, but I'm not speaking for anybody else, but I know I'm going to I'm gonna I think I'm gonna make some hormones. I think it's good for the energy. It's good to help us. I'm not gonna say spirituality because we're not doing religious stuff. It's helping you spiritually. It's helping you. You are the spirit, but it's helping you get to high levels, keep your vibration high. And you need to keep your vibration high. That's one of the things you need to do, is keep vibrations high. So I'm gonna say it's peace and love to everybody. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Till next time.